be formed. So that material will be soft and ductile. When the metal is after heating suddenly quenched, immediately quenching, that austenite changes into martensite. Here austenite will be there because of sudden cooling. The austenite material which are heated completely turned into martensite. Austenite is soft and ductile, easily miscible. Then martensite is tough, not tough, hard, very hard, and very brittle. That is not suitable for all purposes. So that's why cementite, a martensite, mostly high wear resistance where there is that because of the brittle that also will not be used. So when that will be used, for example, when martensite is needful, these magnetic property will be improved when you quench suddenly in the oil, in the water, in the any quenching media. Depends on that. So what will happen? First austenite, slow cooling is there. That properties will be soft, ductile, miscible. When that austenite material suddenly quenching, then that become martensite. That is very hard and brittle. Then it is not suitable for cutting. Then it will not stay. Actually, that will not useful. Then what will happen? These are the process over. Then lower critical temperature over upper critical temperature over. What is the critical temperature? Critical temperature up to from 723 degree to nearly 800 degree. That is the critical temperature over that upper critical temperature. This you remember that. Then only, if you go and join in the company, you don't know what is what. They will ask you question. You wanted to join in the heat treatment company. So that's why this lesson is kept here. If you know the basics, they will tell you, remind you. Now, these are all we know. What is heating we know, what is soaking we know, what is quenching we know, what are the quenching medias we know, what is the thickness. Suppose soaking time, a 5 mm, 5 minutes, 10 mm thickness material, carbon steels. Some alloy steels, high alloys are there. 10 minutes for 10 mm thickness. You keep that one in the mind. 5 minutes for 10 mm thickness in case of carbon steel. 10 minutes for 10 mm thickness in case of higher alloy steels. So if you know that, you can face the interview. Then now we are going into. So now what is a hypoeutectile and hypereutectile and eutectile steel? When you see in the chart, this is the 0% carbon up to 8% carbon, 84% carbon, that is hypoeutectile steel. From 84 to this 1.7 hypereutectile steel, then only 84 is eutectile. Eutectile steel is 0.84. If it is less than that, hypoeutectile. If it is more than that, hypereutectile. Keep that one in the mind. What is a eutectile? What is a hypoeutectile? What is a hypereutectile? When you are heating the hypoeutectile steels, you have to use more than the upper critical temperature. If you are using hypereutectile steel for heat treatment, less than the upper critical temperature. This keep in the mind. That means up to lower critical temperature more than 50 degree for hypereutectide steel, hypoeutectide steel more than upper critical temperature, that is more than lower critical temperature, that both sides will be less than and more than we can tell sometimes. In the book is given lower critical temperature above for hypereutectide steel, this means 0.84 to 1.7. Then in a point 002 0.84, this 0.3 is not suitable for hardening. For this purpose, you have to use up to more than upper critical temperature. Keep that one in the mind. Then next, structure of steel, you know very well how it changes. 723 degrees starts, that is lower critical temperature, then completely austenite, that is upper critical temperature. That also depend upon the carbon percentage. Then why heat treatment is done? You know very well what are the properties are there, that all properties if you know you can tell. To relieve the internal stress. For example, you are bending the rod, the scratches will be formed. Sometimes white lines will be formed, warping stains will be formed. That can be taken out. That means to get into normalizing that heat treatment in one normalizing, forging, casting, and bending, hammering for this purpose. Normalizing is done to relieve the internal stress, to define the grain structure, to restore the ductility, malleability, whatever the property is, that all the properties, whatever we need by doing heat treatment, we can reach that desired properties. Now you see, number one is to relieve internal stress, to refine grain structure, to add cutting ability, to increase the hardness, to improve the increase the toughness, to induce the shock resistance, so to soften the metal. These are all annealing problems we can, annealing properties we can write, normalizing properties we can write, hardening properties we can write, tempering properties we can write in case of heat treatment purpose. So heat treatment for all there, normalizing is there, tempering is there, annealing is there, then hardening is there. For all the properties you can write the purpose of heat treatment. Now hardening. What is a hardening? How they will do? Hardening is the process of heat treatment. This is the process, one of the process. How it is doing? Heat the metal above the 30 degrees to 50 degrees above the upper critical temperature, then cool it suddenly in the required quenching area. That may be brain solution, that may be oil, that may be water. Not in the air, it takes time. So more time it takes into the grain structure retained like that only. Otherwise the property will not change, sudden cooling will change the property. Then rapid cooling means sudden cooling. Then purpose of hardening. Why hardening is done? To develop the hardness, then to add the cutting ability, to develop the wear resistance. So whenever we want to stay the job to avoid wear, in that case hardening is done. So whenever we wanted to cut the metal, for all the cutting tools hardening will be done, for all the chisels hardening will be done, for all the punches hardening will be done, for all the reamers hardening will be done, for all the cutters hardening will be done. So for all gear cutters, whatever the blades hardening will be done. So you keep that one in the mind, which are able to cut, one, which are wear resistant, sliding parts, all will be hardened. So that if you keep that one in the mind, that hardening you can tell. So that process, how it will be done? So what are the effects you can see in case of hardening? When you are doing hardening, ductility will be reduced. When you are doing hardening, strength will be reduced. When you are doing hardening, toughness will be reduced. So for these three are the effects. Then hardening process, how? You see, you take the job, heat the metal, 0.4% carbon metal, heat up to above the upper critical temperature 30 degrees to 50 degrees. Then keep the time, soaking time to reach that particular temperature entire body and change the structure inside, that is called soaking. So choking the job to the required particular temperature to reach that particular temperature, entire body. Then cool it suddenly. Rapid cooling is important. Then only hardening takes place. Then quench it in the rapidly in the suitable cutting media. What are the cutting medias? Water, oil, then brain solution, air. Depending upon the composition of steel and the hardness required. Quenching media is also very important. Depend upon that. Then whatever the quenching media you have to select. Then you keep that one in the mind whenever you are hardening. 0.3% carbon is not suitable. 0.4 to 0.84 this material is very important. This is suitable for cutting the hardening the material. Then above that become too hard, that is some other purposes, then only 84% carbon is very suitable for hardening. Keep that one in the mind. Then hardening is done. When you are doing hardening, there is a brittleness inside the material. So that also not suitable. In that case, we are going for tempering. This tempering means what? The file, when sudden load will come and fall on the file break into pieces. The file hardness must be like that, then toughness will not be there, that's why it is breaking. To induce the toughness, that means to resist for shock resistance, the tempering will be done. So how this tempering is same like that hardening, right? But it is heat the job 30 degree to 50 degree above the upper critical temperature, not like that. So this tempering temperature will be low. So you are heating in case of hardening 30 degree to 50 degree above the upper critical temperature. This tempering is not like that. This is only heat the job up to 400 degrees centigrade. Then remaining annealing same temperature, normalizing is same temperature. You can heat the job 30 degree to 50 degree above the upper critical temperature except tempering. So don't need that much temperature, only heat the job below 400 degrees centigrade. That also depend upon the tools, whether you are doing punches, whether you are doing reamers, whether you are doing cutters, whether you are doing chisels, whether you are doing some other blades, these are all power saw blades, these are all doing hardening. Then the colors also will be given. Same way, soaking time will be the same. To reach that color, whether it is purple red, whether it is brown, whether it is straw color, whether it is bright straw, whether it whatever the colors are there, the chart is there, depend upon that chart. The color they can see that experience. We have to feel that what is the color inside the furnace. Then they will take and quench it. So that is important. Then next, why this purpose of tempering? So when you harden the metal, the excess hardness will be there, the brittleness will be there. To reduce the brittleness, the tempering will be done. Hardening will be there. Brittleness to avoid the to take out the brittleness, to eliminate the brittleness. Then to improve the shock resistance. So for this tempering will be done. So aims of tempering. What are the aims? To relieve the internal stress, whatever is formed. So how the internal stress will be formed, already we did turning. So when the temperature, that means hardening is not required, we go for Brinell test or hardness, Rockwell hardness, we tested that we did not get that much hardness, then we will go for again like that. In that case, the properties will be changed to regulate the hardness and toughness, then to reduce the brittleness, then to restore some ductility, not much, some, then to induce shock resistance. These are all tempering. Tempering, why the tempering is done? To improve the shock resistance property, to improve the toughness in the metal, to eliminate the brittleness, so maintain the hardness of. For that purpose, this tempering is done. Tempering process consists of heating the hardened steel. So where the tempering, the ordinary carbon material you are not taking and going for tempering. After hardening. Hardening means only go for tempering. Then soaking time temperature will be definite time and period. The period determined from the color which you experienced. Ensure that what color, 240 degree centigrade, one color will get 280 degree, then 260, 220, then 290, like that some degree temperature is there, depends on that color you will get. Then you go for pinching. The colors are given in the chart. You see, turning tools are there, 230 degrees centigrade, like that. One chart is there. Cutters are there, that you can see in that book and maintain. Then normalizing and annealing, then heating and pinching already over. Normalizing and annealing, next class I will explain. Then if you have any doubt, you ask me. So I explained what is the lower critical temperature, what is the upper critical temperature, what is the critical temperature, what are the carbon percent steels which are used for hardening. More than 1%, 1.7% is not suitable. We will not do for that purpose. Some dies, punches, depends on the hardness we require. We are doing. Okay? Page data 05. Oh, sorry, brother.